what's best for you. Can you be my number one on that stupid thing to get me recognition?
Rod Vachon Holdings proudly presents War Week Radio with 5-decade fight trainer, Coach James Gogue.
Guys, welcome. Happy Sunday to all of you guys. And tell you what, if you're a Cowboy fan, you really enjoyed this game this Sunday. So, guys, I'm in a great mood, and we're going to be introducing a brand new segment. And by special request from one of our listeners from the UK, he said, Joseph, why don't you ever have one of our UK greats intro any of your segments? We're tired of hearing Floyd. We're tired of hearing Teddy Atlas. So guess what? We came up with a all-time great British fighter who's going to be introing the new segment, Gogue's Mythical Matchups. But guys, we couldn't do this without the living legend, currently training his fighters out of León, Mexico, the incomparable Coach James Gogue.
What's going on, Joe? How you doing?
Well, I tell you what, brother, this is we just got some news. I guess we can just start off talking about this. On December 30th, Frank Warren, he's been putting together, now that the Usyk Fury fight, for the obvious reasons, has been pushed back to February of next year. Well, the Saudis had a date they wanted to fulfill, and Frank Warren, well, he's reaching out, and what a novel idea this is. He's working with everybody to put together this fight. And the main event, Coach, let me get your thoughts and pick your brain on this. Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin in the main event of the evening, scheduled for 12 rounds. Coach Gogue, is that a good idea for Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn to face Dimitri Salida's avoided heavyweight, the big southpaw Swede, Otto Wallin?
Man, any fighter right now is a threat to Joshua, okay? Especially if the guy could punch. And this guy, Wallin, he fought Fury. He's the guy that fought Fury. Cut him and everything when they fought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me tell you. Joshua ain't the same fighter he was before, okay? Just by his last couple of performances. The guy's, what do you call it? Just, to me, Joe, he's doing it for the money, okay? There ain't that passion and fire in him like when he was younger, okay? And to me, any fighter right now would give him trouble, okay? Joshua. I mean, the guy, you got to look, he's made a lot of money. He don't have that fire in his belly no more. And, them losses, it really killed his confidence, for him to execute, his skills out there, which, he really doesn't have a lot of them, because he doesn't really have a lot of experience for a heavyweight. You know what I mean? You look at his record and you look at his amateur background and with combined with his professional background, hey, you got a guy, man, who's basically still kind of green in skills. And when he fought Usyk, you could see the level of skills he was at compared to the high advanced skill levels of Usyk and everything. But, anybody, I don't know. To me, I never thought about this, but anybody could give that guy a problem, Joe. Then you got a southpaw, and, he fought Usyk. He had problems with Usyk, so guess what? But then again, Joe, them fights he had with Usyk, gave him that valuable experience to fight southpaw. So, but to me, Joe, this. When's the last time this guy fought, Joe, by the way?
You're talking about Otto Wallin, correct? Well, let's take a look. It's been a while. Like I said, this is probably one of those avoided. Now, once again, he's not with a promoter, Dimitri Salita, a great promoter, does a lot for his fighters, but he doesn't have TV dates. He's got a handful on his own now. But it's all opportunities are contingent upon other promoters who do have the roster to get those. Last time he fought, he recently fought Murat Gusiev, former cruiserweight champion, and that was just on September 30th. Before that, though, January, he fought Olguin, And then before that, May of 2022, Rydell Booker. So he hasn't fought really at the world-class level. I mean, Gassiev is a world-class fighter, but he's a former cruiserweight. And it was easy. It was like taking candy from a baby for Otto Wallin. So he hasn't been inactive, but he hasn't fought at this level in quite some time.
Joe, I'm not talking about Valine. I'm talking about Joshua. When's the last time he fought, and how many fights has he had in the last couple years? He hasn't.
Let me check it out. Anthony Joshua, he just fought Robert Elenius a couple months ago. And before that, he fought 3 months before that. He fought another one of Dimitri Salida's fighters. I'll let you know. Here it is. He's fought twice already this year. He fought Robert Elenius most recently in August, on August 12th, which resulted in a 7th round knockout. He fought Jermaine Franklin in his first featured bout with head trainer Derek James. With Jermaine Franklin, went the distance, didn't look all that great. So he's already fought twice this year. This is going to be his third, but this is by far his most problematic matchup of the year.
Look, let's put it bluntly, man. I'm gonna be blunt. Fuck Anthony Joshua, okay? Fuck him. I mean, he ain't the same. He hasn't been fighting, on a consistent basis. Okay, he's fought twice this year, but how about the other, 3 years and everything? How about, since he lost to Usyk, okay? He hasn't been the same. I mean, he just, to me, he doesn't have that fire in his belly. He don't have that fire in him, okay? When you make a lot of money like he has, okay, you get complacent, okay? You don't get better, okay? You don't have that hunger to get better, to improve. And to me, I don't know, Joe. The heavyweight division right now, the only fight I want to see is, what's his name? Tyson Fury and, Usyk, to unify the division. Have one champion, okay? Instead of, two champions right now. You know what I mean? Just get it done. I can give a shit about any other heavyweight out there.
Well, they're putting together, like I said, Frank Warren is putting this fight together to fulfill that Saudi date in December 23rd. Obviously, he couldn't put Fury versus Usyk for the obvious reasons. I mean, come on. Fury's not going to be ready. Well, in any time soon to face, an elite level competitor like Alexander Usyk, a 3-title champion, unified champion. And in the co-main event, what they're looking to build is Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder in the co-main event, Coach. They're going to be featuring Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker, former WBC titleist versus, former WBO titleist. Your thoughts on that matchup, sir, in the co-main event?
Give a shit. I don't care about the heavyweight division, man. The only two fighters I care about is Usyk and Fury unifying the title. And the way Fury looked his last fight, it was embarrassing, okay? So, I don't know, Joe. I just got to, it doesn't excite me, man. These two retreads fighting, opponents, trying to, build a super fight. Nah, there ain't no super fight, man. Them guys are, to me, Wilder, he's got intrigue because he's got one punch power. He can take you out at any time. Okay, that straight right hand is brutal. Yeah, but Joe, I don't know, man. The heavyweight, man, boxing don't even interest me no more in the heavyweight division. The only fight I want to see is Usyk and Fury. That's the only one. It's been, they should have made this fight a long time ago, but they've been holding off. And, that's why boxing, it's in a bad state right now, man. The best don't fight the best on a consistent basis.
Well, if that's the way you feel about the main event and the co-main event, you're definitely not going to like the undercard. Filip Hrgović versus, that big old stiff from Australia, Lucas Brown. And then you've got, Daniel Dubois is going to be taking on big fat steroid baby Miller. And there it is.
Fuck the heavyweight division, man. All right. Fuck boxing. They're going to try to sell that shit upon us. There's so many other good matchups that they can make But they want to make these fucking guys, these fucking retreads, and try to, you know what I mean, create some excitement about it. Man, ain't nobody gonna be fucking, especially on a Christmas day. They're gonna want us to pay for that shit right before Christmas. I don't think so. There's better things to do with my money than watch that shit.
Oh my gosh, guys! I apologize. We're having an echo problem with the StreamYard studio, so I'm having to mute Coach Gogue, and we cannot engage for this episode, guys. So I'm going to go quickly and greet all of our extended Warwick Radio family before we introduce our next segment, which we're going to be talking about. Well, see if Gogue is excited or not about this Thursday night's special Thursday night edition of Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. And obviously they moved the fight card to Thursday, so it wouldn't interfere with the, Formula One series in Vegas going on this weekend. Ugh, what a catastrophe that's been. But guys, big shout out to my brother Jesus M. Saludos, Coach. And yes, sir, thank you for supporting the coach on this beautiful Sunday. And also my brother G Funky Boxing. Greetings, Joseph and Coach Gogue. Greetings to you, my friend. And I tell you what, thank you for always supporting the coach, sir. And Jesus M says this, Coach, Navarrete versus Conceição. Will it be a war?
Man, I think that's a good stylistic matchup, man. Conceição is a physical fighter, and guess what? Navarrete is too. So that fight right there, I'm interested in watching. Two good style matchups. Two guys that have that similar physical mentality make a good fight. Yeah, this is going to be a good fight, man. It's not going to be no easy fight for that Navarrete, I don't think. Okay, but let's see. But that Conceição, he's had what 2 or 3 times. Every time he got to the big stage, what happens? He lost. You know what I mean? So I just think it's a good opponent for him because you'll gauge where he's at. Okay, when he against Shakir, one of Shakir Stevenson's former opponents and everything, and he goes there and destroys this guy and looks good, and this guy doesn't give him much of a fight, then you got the drums beating. Okay, you got to build up for a big matchup with a marketable matchup with Shakir Stevenson.
Yep, guys, let's just be frank. Okay, there's a reason. The only reason, 2 reasons why Top Rank actually put this fight in the co-main event. One, they have a very good idea. One that was mandated on them. One that Brad Goodman and Bruce Trampler, they didn't have any control over. Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos, as we're going to hear very soon. Well, it's not going to be, the most entertaining of matchups, guys. And Coach Gogue will explain why. So they put Navarrete versus Conceição on the co-main event. That's to try and create more entertainment value on this Thursday edition of Top Rank. But twofold. Second reason, they're trying to build an eventual matchup at 35 between Emmanuel Navarrete and Shakur Stevenson. Coach Gogue, we're going to talk about that on your mythical matchups, or would you want to talk about that now? How you see Navarrete? If he gets past, I just got Robson Conceição. If you get past him, the former Olympian, they're going to be setting up Shakur Stevenson.
Let's talk about it later, man, Joe. Let's talk. Let's leave that one for last.
All right, very good. So let's go through, and I apologize for the echo problem right now, guys. So let's give a big shout out to Big Luke from New York. Coach Joseph, good evening. Good evening to you, my friend. And I tell you what, try to guess, guys, which all-time great UK fighter is going to be introing his new segment. Jesus M says, Joe, will Latin Grammy same day as Shakur versus De Los Santos affect views? I'm not sure about that, but I guarantee you NFL on Amazon Prime surely will. In my opinion, this is a foolish decision. But they didn't want to get in the way of the Formula One series, right? Because it's going to be logistically impossible for their fans to get to the show if they hold it on Saturday. All these streets are going to be shut down in Vegas just for Formula One. Isn't that nice? Jesus M also says, Coach, these guys are in their mid-30s, AJ and Wilder. Might as well just put the damn fight. Why is this marinating? That's a great question, Coach.
I don't honestly, Joe. Fuck them guys, man. You know what I mean? Man, they had their time. You know, like I said, boxing. Every fighter has his day, and them guys had their time. They're just trying to milk the business, make as much money as they can to get the hell out. But they had their time in their prime, man. You know, nobody gives a shit about them guys no more, man.
And there it is, guys. And we want to welcome Hatchface Boxing, who carries a knife. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, brother, but it's not in very good taste. Try something else. But thank you for supporting the coach, sir. I think. Anyway, hi, V. Welcome to the show, sir. Is the lack of promo for Shakur versus Edwin to Shakur being on his final fight and Edwin not being a top-ranked fighter? I don't know what you're saying, because Shakur Stevenson last Sunday was on the Raiders Jumbotron, as well as, he's been featured. Once again, this is fight week, guys. Wait till tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of promo for this. And once again, this is a mandated fight that's being thrust upon them, right? Guys, once again, judge slowly and wait till this week. Wait till Monday. Okay, want to give a big shout out to my brother Bruce, Gas Boxing Jazzamore. Salute to you, my friend. And we love Bruce on the show. Guys, if you haven't already, please go support Bruce on his channel. Please go subscribe. Always does a great job. Great boxing historian. Also, first of all, Bruce, I'm sure you thought exactly the same way as we did with Razor Ruddock fighting James Toney in, Jamaica or something? Coach, did you hear about that?
I don't remember that fight, Joe. Honestly, I don't. James Toney and Razor Ruddock. When did this happen? I can't remember.
Last night.
Yeah. Oh, they fought last night? Oh, okay. I didn't even know about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Looked about as bad as Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Bruce. Drop your comments, what you thought of that horror show. Oh, jeez. Also, we want to thank SSP Diving. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you for supporting the coach. Jesus M says, yeah, Coach, I agree. This is a lousy card in Saudi. Bunch of big paydays for those guys. That's all it is. Merry Christmas. Tycho TV, welcome to the show, sir. Coach Gogue always keeps it real. Yeah, a little too real. As soon as we like to be optimistic or try to be optimistic, he brings us back down to reality now, doesn't it? And Coach, yes, he's on a brand new Android phone. Yes, that's it. Peter Von Arx, evening to you, Joseph, and Coach Gogue, evening to you, my friend. Thank you for supporting the coach on this day. Also, Toby Bartlett. Yeah, Toby, see if you can guess the all-time great UK fighter who's going to be introing, Coach's new segment. Let's see. Here it is. Also, my brother, Rodney Green. Thank you for joining us, sir, and the latest addition to the team of Warwick Radio. And, guys, it's a perfect opportunity to remind you that big shout-out to Rod Vachon Holdings. Guys, if you're in the market in the South Texas area for a new home and want to be a part of that California, New York exodus, moving to South Texas, guys, work with the best. They can find something that is a tailor fit to your budget. Guys, work with the best. Rod Vachon Holdings. And he says, what's up, Gogue? I tell you what, thank you for joining us on this evening. Coach Gogue is exiting. Let's see if he comes back. Refugio Garcia says, Tom Aspinall just won UFC heavyweight gold. Add him to the list of future AJ opponents. But the reality is AJ will fight another factory worker. Let's see. Welcome Gogue. Yeah, it's still that for sure.
Can you hear me, Joe?
I can hear you. That's not the problem. It's the echo.
And there ain't no way we could get rid of that, huh? I don't have on my Android phone. I don't have a place where I'm looking, and there ain't no. Could you believe it? There ain't no place I could use my headphones. Unbelievable.
Well, we're going to have to just make do with what we're doing. And I tell you what, we're just not going to be able to talk on each other. Yeah, Bruce says if the coach uses earphones, the echo will go away. He can't find the input for his headphones. So we're just going to have to make do with what we have right now. And he says Tony versus Ruddock was surprisingly entertaining. I'll tell you what, I didn't bother seeing it. I didn't pay for it, but we will take your word for it, Bruce. You've got good eyes and you know what you're looking at. So I tell you what, I'm sure it was much more entertaining than Canelo versus Jermell Charlo, and it probably is going to be more entertaining than this fight coming up. Guys, we're going to rattle off the tail of the tape for Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos. Let's take a look at the title. Well, both of them are title challengers, but this is, well, the guy who replaced Frank Martin, who was supposed to get this assignment, the next in line with the WBC. Guys, he's a number 17 ranked lightweight in the world. Okay, he's going to come into the ring at age 24. He fights out of the southpaw stance, stands 5 foot 8 inches tall in the center of the ring, fights behind a 70-inch reach from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. He comes in with a fine record, 16 wins, 1 loss, 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Coach Gogue, what's there to like about Edwin De Los Santos?
Hey, Joe, I turned the echo off. Am I still echoing?
I am. There it is.
Still right now, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, jeez, man. Okay. I tried, I tried to, I'm looking on my phone. Unbelievable. I don't see a place I could push.
Coach, that's all right. We're live on the air. Let's just go through with this.
What do I like about De Los Santos? Very fucking little. How's that? He's fucking boring. He can punch, okay? He's a good puncher. He can hurt you, okay? Southpaw, waits a lot, counter puncher, plays it cute, applies his sweet science to make sure he doesn't take a lot of punishment, and lets his his punching power, take over the fight when he hurts you. When he hits you, he can hurt you. That's it. He don't bring nothing else to the table.
Wow. Okay. Well, Bruce, I really don't want to go into this right now. Says I had a fight party last night, showed the fight, had over 2,000 viewers. Well, I'm glad you benefited from it because James Toney nor Razor Ruddock did. So I'm glad you had a good time and you benefited from it. I'm sure you made money. Be sure and give some of that to James or Razor. And there it is, guys. We do not like piracy. That's one of the biggest problems concerning our beloved boxing at this time. So there it is, guys. We're going to rattle off the tail of the tape now for Shakur Stevenson, 2-division world champion. He's going to step into the ring at age 26, fights out of the southpaw stance as well. Also stands 5 foot 8 inches tall in the center of the ring, fights behind a 68-inch reach. He comes into the ring with a perfect record, 20 wins, 0 losses, 10 big wins coming by way of knockout. Coach Gogue, what's there to like about Shakur Stevenson? Oh, here it is.
God. You there?
Go ahead, Coach.
Sorry about that, man. I'm about to go off, man. I'm getting.
No, Coach. Don't worry about it. Just do it.
No, I'm serious. I'm gonna be up front. I'm tired of this fucking phone. I'm trying to get my, I'm trying to, have a good show, and this motherfucker keeps fucking up. Okay, I don't like. Fuck. I'm just gonna be me, man. Okay, this piece of shit. Now, I'm looking on. I just bought this motherfucker, and the motherfucker don't even have a place I could plug this fucking headset. What kind of fucking shit? I'm gonna go back there tomorrow and tell him what the fuck's going on. Give me a real phone. This bullshit. But anyway, what were we talking about? Shakira Stevenson.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hey man, Shakira Stevenson, one of the game's elite technicians, I call him, from range and distance. Understands range and distance. He understands the range he can hit you. Okay, he understands. He has that sense, Joe, where he don't even need a jab, okay, to measure you, to get in range to measure you, to get that feel to where you're at. He could just step in without using his jab and knows that range he can hit you, but he also knows the range you can hit him, and he adjusts accordingly with his footwork. Once you start to, get off offensively and throw some combinations at him or throw punches at him, he'll step back out of range just to make you miss. Man, sounds easy, but to do it consistently where it's instinctive like he does, that's hard to do. A lot of motherfuckers, man, they don't understand their range and distance, okay? Number one, you see a lot of them getting hit a lot, okay? Because they get in range and they don't understand they're in the range their opponent can hit them, and they don't adjust accordingly, like stepping out of range, okay? This Shakira Stevenson, he has a innate ability. It's God-given, man. I noticed that when he was in the amateurs, his ability to sense range, sense his distance, control range and distance, okay? Moving in and out of range, okay? It's just, he does it so beautifully, Joe, where he doesn't get hit a lot. And now he doesn't use, not only does he uses his footwork just to take that step out of range when you try to get off. Oh my God, it confuses you. But now he stays there without using his footwork, and he'll just lean back a little just to make you miss just a little, like he did against Oscar Valdez. Every time Oscar Valdez tried to get off, and try to hit him with a big bomb or hit him with the jab or straight right hand, Shakir just leaned back just to get out of range, just to make you miss just a little, man. So the guy is just a hard fighter to get a clean shot off on, to get a clean shot on him consistently. It's hard to hit him with a clean shot consistently, man. His ability just to move in and out of range, his ability to lean back just to make you miss a little. That's why he frustrates a lot of fighters, okay? Because he's hard to get a clean shot off, and he's a razor sharp counter puncher, and he's got a great jab too, Joe. You know what I mean? Put it in your face, to negate your offense, okay? To negate any momentum, okay? With them sharp counter punchers, just a very difficult fighter. I've been saying this for years. Guys like Mayweather, Crawford, Andre Ward, they got that sixth sense, that innate ability to control range and distance. Okay, Shakir's in that group. I'm talking about, these are the four fighters I've seen in the century now. Okay, that I could see control range and distance so effectively. Okay, and they do it so effortlessly. That's what makes it. That's what makes them special too, Joe. They do it, so effortlessly. Where they could stay in front of you and not get hit a lot, because they know how to step out of range when you try to go on the offense. Or a guy like Shakir, he'll stay there and he'll lean back just to make you miss. Okay, and like I said, he's just a very difficult fighter to hit you. Another thing I like about Shakir is his straight left hand. Okay, he mixes it up beautifully. He'll throw it right down the middle. Then he'll switch it up a lot. He'll throw that straight left hand right down the middle to your face, your head. Then he'll go right down to the body with it. Okay, he'll mix up and down like a pitcher, like an intelligent pitcher, mixing up his pitches, or hitting different parts of the strike zone. Yeah, just to confuse the batter. And that's what this Shakir Stevenson does, boy. He mixes his left hand up and down, and he'll throw that sweeping left hook around your guard just to give you a different look. Okay, so he's got pretty much 3 different punches he throws from that left-handed position: that straight left hand to the face, straight left hand to the body, and that little sweeping left hand to the the head. And he mixes it up so beautifully just by the position of your hand, just by the positions of your guard. Now, if he sees that straight left hand is going to land right down the middle, he's going to throw it. But if he sees you're adjusting that your guard to like parry that left hand, okay, that means it's not protecting the side of your face, and he's going to start sweeping that left hand around. Okay, just he has that ability to do that, man. He'll say, okay, you're trying to take that left hand away. Okay, you're bringing your let me see, yeah, you're bringing your right hand in a little. Okay, just to parry my left hand if it comes down the middle. Okay, I see that. That leaves your the opening on your right side of your face open. So he'll sweep. He'll hit you with the left hand, and all of a sudden he'll feint you, and you think that left hand's going to come down the middle. All of a sudden he'll sweep it around, a sweeping left hand right around your guard and hit you with. Then he'll go right down. Then he'll go right down to your body with that left hand. Okay, Joe. Oh my God, he mixes that straight left hand like he does a jab. I mean, that's a talent, Joe. You don't see a lot of fighters doing that because they don't have the boxing IQ to do it like Shakir does. Billy, to mix that straight left hand up, down the middle, to the face, to the body, or around. Okay, and he mixes it up where he keeps you off balance, keeps you confused. Then with that jab, you know what I mean? He'll throw it to the body, he'll throw it to the head. You know what I mean? Just to keep you off balance and everything. Then the sharp counter punches too. You try to once you start getting frustrated, you start getting angry, you'll start rushing in with shot. He'll just lean back a little and counter you with that left hand or counter you with that right hook. Man, this is just a very, very difficult predator to fight because of his boxing IQ, and he knows how to use all those weapons. Now, he's the kind of guy, man, that he'll pot shot you with single shots, that jab, the straight left hand to the body, the straight left hand to the head, the sweeping left hand to the head. Then he's back on that jab to the head. Then he'll switch it to the body. Then once he sees you he'll see you start being confused, freezing up. Then he'll start putting that combinations together. Yeah. That's an intelligent fighter there, Joe. And he's not getting hit in the process, okay? When he's on the offense, when he's picking you apart with single punches. Yeah. Just a very, very difficult predator, that Stevenson and everything. And Joe, on the inside too, he could press the action. When he first started this, he was like in the amateurs when he fought Robesi Ramirez. Robesi Ramirez got physical with him in the Olympics, and he couldn't handle that heat up close in close quarters. Okay. Number one, he was still a boy. He didn't have that man strength. But since the Olympics, boy, since 2016, boy, you can see his body is filled out. He's he's a man now. He's physically strong. When you get in the pocket with him, boy, he's got those skill sets now, adequate, not really advanced. He's got those skill sets to get your attention, to get your respect, where you're not going to bully him, you're not going to push him back. He'll hold his ground in the pocket, okay? And he'll rip them left uppercuts to the body, or them right hooks to the body, okay? Or the uppercut hooks inside, left uppercut, right hook, or the uppercut, left hook, straight left hand. So he does have inside skill sets now to get your attention if you try to put that pressure on you. Just like when he fought Conseco and that last guy he fought. Who did he fight? The last guy, Joe? The Japanese guy? Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Tsuchiro Yoshino.
Yeah, but Joe, when you could see when he picked that guy was a tough dude too, and he just methodically broke him down with intelligent pressure. You didn't take a lot of punches, and the physical attack. Okay, when he fought Conseco, he got touched up a lot more than normal. Okay, he was keeping his head in the line of fire. You didn't see him stepping in and out of range, or you didn't see him leaning back. Okay, he just walked you down with that high guard defense and them gloves. Some of them punches, went right through those gloves. Okay, and got hit. But this time when he fought that Japanese guy, he improved his defense when he put that pressure on you. When he closed that distance, when he walked him down, and he just picked him apart. Straight left hands to the body. What do you call it? Straight left hands to the head, the sweeping left hands, everything I talked about, the counter right hooks. Yeah, the left uppercuts to the body. He broke that Japanese guy down, who I thought was going to give him a difficult fight, but he didn't. He did it effortlessly, skillfully. See, Joe, when when you got the skill sets and you got the boxing IQ, you can execute your game plan effortlessly, skillfully, and not take a lot of punches. Earlier in his career, he didn't have these skill sets. He didn't have that comfort level. Okay, when you got the skill sets, okay, and when you got the boxing IQ, the comfort level, the confidence is there in you. But when you don't have it, you know what I mean? You get like you get in the pocket, you don't have no skill sets, and you don't know how to fight them tough pressure fighters that come at you. You're going to be very, very uncomfortable in there, man. But now Shakir, to me, he's evolving into a real all-around top level fighter from at range or in the pocket. Yeah, he's, to me, Joe, he'll eventually evolve into the best fighter pound for pound in the world. Once he starts fighting these guys like Tank, these fucking sorry ass motherfuckers don't want to fight each other. So I'm just dreaming. Sorry ass bitches, man. You know what I mean? But as far as skills, oh yeah, Navarrete would be a good opponent for him. Okay, that'll give him some, because look, man, great, good as he is, he still needs a dance partner. Okay, and this motherfucker, De Los Santos, he could punch. That's it, but that's it. He ain't got nothing else for Shakir. That's it. He ain't got shit for Shakir. To me, he's limited, but he can hit. Okay, that's what makes him an elite level fighter. Okay, and he's decent. He has, what do you call it? Decent ability. I don't say great ability, but decent. But it's just his punching power that makes him a world class fighter. But Shakir, he's on a whole different level. You're talking about a guy with a lot more advanced skill sets. Okay, now like I was saying, he has the ability to fight in the pocket and handle his business in there and not just, what do you call it, smother you and tie you up. You know what I mean? He can sit in the pocket and work effectively now. But anyway, yeah, that's but until he starts fighting guys like Tank or Haney, all them bad at, or Teofimo, you know what I mean, like that. He won't get that recognition to be one of the all-time greats. Because remember when Hagler, Leonard, and all them other guys fought each other? Okay, mm-hmm. That gave them their legacy. That gave them that recognition as being being accredited with all-time great status. You don't see that nowadays, man. These motherfuckers don't want to fight each other, man. They talk so much. They overprice themselves like they're some fucking like they're Taylor motherfucking Swift, overpriced divas. Like Eddie Hearn said. I was reading this article. Eddie Hearn says their commercial value. They overprice their commercial value. They fucking, like he was saying about Teofimo Lopez. That guy fought one time in 21, 2 times in 22, and 1 time in 23. He's fought a total of 4 times in the last 3 years. Wow. Yeah. Oh wow. How the fuck is people? How the fuck are you gonna get? How the fuck you gonna build a fan base, and how the fuck are you gonna get people to remember you, man? When you have that type of activity, that sporadic activity, man. And a guy like Jaron Enos, oh, that guy should be fighting on a consistent basis. He'll develop into a superstar if he fought on a consistent basis. But when you're fighting once a year, who the fuck cares? Nobody cares. They forget about you. His last great performance against Villa was when, Joe? September?
Oh shoot! Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me look it up for you, Coach. But no, I don't think it was September, brother. Hold on. Let's see. Let's check it out. I think it was in Atlantic City. It was July 8th in Atlantic City. And, well, more than likely, the rumor has it that he's going to be fighting Giovanni Santillon on ESPN in probably February, sir. Gogue? Chingao. Gogue, Gogue, it's not going to get any better, sir. We'll deal with it. No big deal. Just come back on. Here we go. Look, Gogue, it's not going to get any better. Let's just deal with it. We only have 20 minutes left, sir.
Okay, yeah. Well, I just keep this. I gotta figure this out, man. This really pisses me off, man. I didn't think I was gonna. I didn't have this problem last week. Now all of a sudden I have the problem this week. You know what I mean? But anyway, he's gonna fight Giovanni Santione. Okay, in on Atlantic City on ESPN. Who's gonna Top Rank's gonna promote that? Because he's with no TV dates PBC.
No, he's not a PBC fighter. He was signed exclusively with Showtime, but once again, they're ducking out of the business. So he's without a promoter right now and without a network. He left, from what I was just told, he left Cameron Duncan. So he's without a promoter right now. So more than likely, don't be shocked, guys, if he fights for Bob Arum and Top Rank Boxing, guys. From what I've been told, yeah, they're trying to make that fight happen for February. So that's the ticket, guys. So right now, guys, with only about 17 minutes left with Coach Gogue, let's introduce our latest segment, and it's now Gogue's Mythical Matchup. And guys, see if you can guess which UK all-time great, well, did the intro for Coach Gogue's new segment.
How we doing, love? It's time for Gogue's Mythical Matchups. And no, I'm not making a comeback. Oh, you can't afford me, can you?
And there it is, guys. There it is. Thank you, Ricky Hatton, the Hitman. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your voice. I tell you what, guys, and look, obviously, he doesn't want to talk about this matchup right here. So, Gogue, how would a matchup between Shakur Stevenson at 135 pounds fare against, well, Sugar Shane Mosley at 135?
1 second, Joe. Because of I can't talk when you're talking. So Cameron Duncan, he left Cameron Duncan, huh?
Yep.
Was that just recently?
Yep.
Huh, interesting. I didn't know about that.
Today.
Oh, okay. So he's pretty much a free agent on his own.
Yep.
Okay. His contract ran out and everything. But anyway, yeah, because boxing, people out there, the boxing business, changes. So changes. It's always a constant change. Like this shit with PBC, and they're still trying to, get TV dates right now. There ain't no takers. Yeah, and they have, hey Joe, they have no takers right now for their stable of fucking overpriced bitches. And guess what? They're starting the next. They're already planning for next year. So you're talking about the first 4 to 6 months. If they don't get no TV days soon, they're gonna be, there ain't gonna be no activity for all them overpriced Al Heyman fighters, man. Like Frank Martin, that stupid bitch. He thought he was worth too much. Oh, I'm worth too much, man. I got marketability, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play hardball. I'm gonna play cute. Well, guess what? He lost a payday, the motherfucker. Okay, he ain't gonna fight for the rest of the year, and there ain't nothing planned on his schedule next year. And he thought because being with Earl Spence, he would have some juice with PBC. But guess what? Earl got his ass whooped. Now PBC ain't got no TV days, so you got an ass whooping and no TV days equal. You're gonna be sitting on the sidelines with your thumb in your mouth because you try to be too cute when you could have had your best payday. And guess what? Come Christmas time, motherfucker, you ain't gonna have no Christmas presents under your tree, bitch. Trying to be smart. You know what I mean? So fuck Frank Martin. See, Joe, that's why I'm sick of this business. That was a very good matchup happening. Then all of a sudden he tried to get cute and try and overinflate, live in fantasy land, his market value. And guess what? He lost the fight. And De Los Santos, he's gonna have a great Christmas. Okay, his Christmas tree is gonna be full of presents. Okay, but that Martin, that motherfucker, I mean, he's got his thumb in his mouth. Ain't no mandatory to fight for a title. Al Heyman ain't got no TV dates. There ain't no TV dates on the horizon, so he's gonna be with his thumb in his mouth. So the next offer he gets, he's gonna be shocked. But anyway, back to that mythical matchup between Shane Mosley and Sugar Shane. Oh, Sugar Shane Mosley at lightweight was a beast, man. Oh, physical, explosive, can hurt you at any time. But that's Shakur Stevenson, man. That motherfucker, man. He's just a difficult predator to hit, man. You know what I mean? A difficult target. See, Joe, when you got great defensive skills and you got a high boxing IQ, they always could give any fighter from any era trouble because you can't get a clean shot off on them consistently when you want. You get frustrated, okay? When you can't hit your opponent with a clean shot consistently. And what happens? You get frustrated. You start making mistakes. Oh, that's up Shakur Stevenson's alley. You know, that's when he starts work. That's when he's at his best. When you start getting frustrated, you start making mistakes. He starts seeing openings. It starts capitalizing with them quick counters, them quick straight left hands. Yeah, Mosley, if he was to fight him, probably get on that juice again. I mean, I shouldn't have said that. But anyway. I shouldn't have said that. Shane would have to go to his body. Okay, he would have to. That little sweeping right hook to the body would come back to the head. He's got to freeze Stevenson's head where it's not an elusive target. Okay, make it a statue. A statue meaning up and down. Then come back to the head. Hit the body. Go back to the head. Throw them fast, sharp combinations, and you know what I mean. Shane is smart, intelligent too. Okay, he likes to, power with that jab, But Shane got so much experience, man. You know what I mean? He's got so much experience, not only in the amateurs but the pros. He knows how to fight southpaws. Okay, but a unique predator like this, it's gonna be a tough fight, Joe. It's a tough fight. Even Shane at 135 would have a hard time with this guy. It would have to go down the stretch where. If the Stevenson slows down, okay, then he'll be an easier target to hit. But starting off, because of his elite defensive skills, his elite innate ability to control range and distance, that's gonna make him a hard target to hit right off the bat, man. For Shane Mosley, Shane is best when you come right at him. Okay.
Yep.
Shane was raised in the Southern Cal atmosphere, gym atmosphere, where tough Mexican fighters that come at you. Okay, go toe to toe with one of his teachers coming up, a guy named Zach Patia, a tough, rugged fighter back in the days. Okay, that was one of his teachers on how to fight them tough physical pressure fighters. Okay, they're easy to fight, Joe. Fighting a physical pressure fighter, they're the easiest guys to fight if you got the skill sets and the boxing IQ to do it. Okay, and got that mentality. That physical tough mentality to stay in the pocket and not let them bully you, not let them push you back. And Shane had that. He had that. He wanted you to come at you so he could use his elite level God-given skills. His footwork, them fast, sharp combinations, explosive combination. He could hit you at any time. Now, if he hits Shakur, oh yeah. But like I said, Joe, hitting, having a game plan and trying to execute it on an elite predator with great defensive skills, great instincts, great, great reflexes against a guy like Shakur, trying to get a clean shot off on him is very, very hard to do, man. Yeah. Fighters like that, like I said, Joe, that know how to control range and distance with a high boxing IQ with great reflexes, great, speed to counter punch. Ability to mix all his punches up like his left hand to keep you off balance, along with that jab with them sharp combinations. Shane, he might have to call Victor Conti and get on that shit before he fight a guy like Shakur Stevenson.
I love it. Hold on real quick. All right, there we go, Coach. And for our second mythical matchup for Shakur Stevenson at 35. Well, we have to go to El Gran Campeón, hecho en Mexico, Julio Cesar Chavez. Well, Senor. Your thoughts, Gogue.
Ooh, another tough man, Joe. Another tough fight. Chavez had a tough fight with Whitaker, man. Okay, another unique predator that was hard to hit with a clean shot consistently. Yeah, it would be a tough fight for Julio. Julio would, Julio gonna be Julio. Put that pressure on him. Try to cut the ring off, close that distance. When he gets close, put them short, crisp combinations together. Short, compact. When he gets close, put those short, crisp, compact combinations together. Okay, the uppercuts, the body shots, the short hooks, left hooks, right hooks. You know what I mean? Coming from all angles. See, when you fight a guy like Shakir, at distance, he can see all those punches so clearly. Okay, superb God-given reflexes, aka Wilfredo Benitez. But when you get close, you don't see them punches as clearly. Okay, from distance, you can see him coming a mile away. But when you're close, your radar doesn't act that. Your radar is not as effective. Okay, to see those punches, to slip them and everything. So Chavez, he would have to close the distance, which he's a master at. Don't worry about hurting him. Shakir's not a big puncher, so he ain't gonna hurt Julio. Julio's one of the toughest fighters of all time, one of the greatest chins of all time. Okay, he's gonna put that pressure intelligently. Once he gets close, the combinations he's gonna be throwing at Shakir from all angles. It's gonna be tough for Shakir to deal with, and that's why he would be better to adapt to this type of style than Mosley, who prefers this to wait a distance. Okay, to land them big explosive combinations, the explosive counter punches he likes to land. Okay, he likes that range and distance more than Chavez. Chavez wants it in the phone booth, baby. And when you got a fighter like Jose Castillo, who knows how to fight them elite level athletic talents, okay, he knows how to close the distance. He knows how to throw the right combinations at close distance. That's the key, Joe. When a guy like Chavez, he knows the right types of compact combinations you got to throw at Shakir Stevenson, coming from all angles to make his offense attack effective. Okay, to consistently hit him more. Okay, at range, forget about it, man. It's gonna be hard for Julio to hit him with a clean shot, but once he closes that distance, that range ain't gonna that range game that Shakir likes to employ, it ain't gonna be as effective like when he gets in the pocket. So up close, I favor JC Chavez big time, man, because when he closes that distance, Shakir, and when he cuts the ring off and he starts throwing them short uppercuts, the short hooks. And another thing, man, I don't know these motherfuckers. I don't know if they're tough. I don't know if these motherfuckers are tough enough like the old time fighters, okay? Because they haven't fought each other. So you don't know. Guys like Mosley, man, if he hits Shakir Stevenson, how's he going to react? How's he going to behave, okay? All right? He doesn't have that tough. I don't know. I don't know if he has that toughness like with a guy like Mosley, and definitely a guy like Chavez, a master at cutting the ring off, a master at closing distance, a master at fighting in the trenches, a master at throwing them short, sharp, compact combinations at close range coming from all angles. Shakir would have a problem, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why we brought it up to you, Coach. And so to make things a little more reasonable and reality-based, well, let's look at a fight and a matchup that Top Rank is currently trying to put together. That's Shakur Stevenson versus Emmanuel Navarrete and be successful against I Just Got Robson Conceição this Thursday night. What say you, Coach? How does Emmanuel Navarrete fare against, well, the most statistically anyway, the most defensively responsible fighter in boxing at this time, Shakur Stevenson?
Man, that Navarrete would give that Shakir Stevenson problems. He has that innate ability when he attacks you, any style, okay, because of his awkwardness of his attack, the weird angles it comes from, it's hard for any fighter to see those punches coming and adapt defensively. Yeah, that and he's a volume puncher, okay, that Navarrete, okay. Once he hits you with a shot, or once he hits you with a shot, he puts his foot to the pedal. pedal to the metal, okay, full throttle, full gas throttle on, and he starts throwing them combinations coming from all angles. Okay, that's what makes him unique, Joe. There's not a fighter out there I've seen that leads with combinations or puts his combinations together, coming from all angles, especially the uppercuts where you don't expect it. Okay, and he hits you with all those shots because it's unorthodox, and your eyes are not used to that type of those type of punches coming at you, coming from all angles, and you don't have the defense to defend all those type of punches. So Navarrete, he's gonna have to close that distance intelligently. Shakir will give him problems early on and everything, okay? Because his ability to use his footwork to keep everything at distance, and not take a lot of hard shots consistently, not get hit with a lot of flush shots consistently. So as the rounds go on, Navarrete's gonna have to close that distance, and when he gets close, okay, he's got a lot. He can't wait. He's got to boom, let his combinations go. The awkward combinations he throws at medium to long range. I mean, medium to close range. Okay, the uppercuts he leads with, the right hooks he brings around, the left hooks, the body shots, all those combinations, Joe, he throws. Coming from all different angles, his awkwardness and his unpredictability of his attack. Yeah, it's going. A lot of people don't understand how difficult a style of Navarrete's hard to fight because everything I just said. And Shakir, this is a different type of animal that Shakir is going to be fighting. Just like when Jose Luis Castillo fought Mayweather. Mayweather wasn't used to that type of attack, sophisticated pressure attack by Castillo. You know what I mean? Like I said, when Mayweather's at range, he can see everything clearly. But when Castillo got close and he wasn't so predictable in his attack and just came forward, he was very calm and patient, knew when to attack at close range with combinations and punches that Floyd wasn't used to seeing. It's the same thing going to go here with Navarrete. Shakir is going to be seeing an offensive attack he's never seen before. Okay, when you never seen it before, and you don't have no comfort level. I mean, when you never seen it before, and you don't have no familiarity, the way he throws his punches and the angles he comes from, and his unpredictability, it's gonna give to me that will give Shakir a hard time. It ain't gonna be like your typical Frank Martin or this De Los Santos attack. You know what I mean? This is a different type of attack, Joe. It's a different type of sophistication, different than all them other fighters this guy fought, like De Los Santos. All them guys are basically, predictable, one-dimensional. You pretty much know what the fuck they're gonna do. Not this guy, Navarrete, man. And when you get hit with punches that you don't see coming from different angles, especially at close range, okay, hey, yeah, he's got to keep it close, Joe. If he stays long, Shakir will pick him apart. But he gets in that medium or close range, them fucking arms of Navarrete are long, lanky. He could throw those punches from medium range, okay? Them awkward uppercuts, hooks coming from angles you don't see. He could do that because of his long, lanky arms. Okay, he just gotta, like I said, he's a very instinctive fighter. He knows when to throw all these different types of punches when he gets the range he wants. But if it's a long range and Shakir's got that movement and he's moving effectively, picking them apart, a pot shotting them effectively, countering them effectively, yeah, it ain't gonna Navarrete. I can see him losing the decision. But if Navarrete closes that distance intelligently, cuts the ring off, and gets the range he wants, once he starts throwing them combinations, it's gonna be hard for Shakir to deal with, man. Oh yeah, that's a fight. That's a marketable fight for Shakir Stevenson. All right, that fight right there. Okay.
And there it is, guys. I think we just found today the format for Coach's show moving forward. Wouldn't you say? So, guys, all of your comments and all of your requests for Coach Gogue's, well, mythical matchups or future matchups, well, guys, just let it fly. And once again, Tycho has the beat. Gogue, straight fire. Yes, sir. So, Sid UK says, Shakur is a special talent, but with genuine punchers, his chin will get tested. We've yet to see that, guys. We've yet to see that. Khalid says, Navarrete would be either Shakur's easiest or toughest fight. Guys, if coach says it's going to be a difficult outing, yeah, I'm going to believe the coach. Yeah, but welcome to the show, Khalid. We love you on this show, man. And Tycho TV also says, yeah, coach breaking it down like no other. Yeah, guys, there is no one like Coach Gogue. No one. And Rodney Green says, Shakur will have a field day with Navarrete. Coach, what say you, sir?
Yeah, if he's at range and distance, oh yeah, it's gonna be easy work. But how about when the fight gets in the trenches? You can't keep Navarrete off you the whole fight. How about when the fight gets close or at medium range, or Navarrete's in range to throw them awkward, unorthodox combinations coming from all angles Shakur never seen before? Different story. But at range and distance, when he's got that movement and Navarrete can't touch him, oh yeah, it'll be easy work. But it's all about getting the right range. Okay, once he gets the right range and distance, that he's going to be able to put those combinations he likes to throw that are going to be effective and penetrate Shakur's very hard defense. He's going to throw them combinations that's going to be very effective to penetrate Shakur's very highly skilled defense. Okay, but anyway. Yeah, at range, yeah, but not at close. At range, yeah, but not at close quarters. You know, not at close quarters.
Well, I tell you what, we just have a limited time with Coach Gogue tonight. But once again, Anthony Manzano, welcome to the show, sir. He says, Coach, how about this mythical fight at 35? De La Hoya versus Stevenson. I don't know if that was his best weight, but we'll ask the coach. Coach, what say you?
De La Hoya is an explosive puncher, man. Fast, sharp, explosive. Man, he'll give Stevenson a problem too, man. Yeah, he'll give him a problem. Hey, man, De La Hoya fought guys like him in the amateurs, man. Southpaws, elite level southpaw. So yeah, De La Hoya would have no problem to adapt. And De La Hoya, like I said, he's fast and he's explosive. He can hurt you at any time. All these fighters I've mentioned, you know what I mean? I don't know anything about the Stevenson. I mean, I know he's a skilled fighter in this area, highly intelligent, but I don't know. He's never been in a tough fight, you know, like the fighters in the past. I know their toughness. Okay. When the fight got tough, okay, when they had to bite down, they bit down. Even Shane Mosley on that shit. But anyway, I can't be talking about Shane, my boy. I love this shit. Something that just came in my mind. But anyway. Them fighters back then, man, you know, you talk about Chavez, you talk about them are warriors, them are fighters, okay? When the tough got going, they got going, okay?
Yep.
These motherfuckers nowadays, man, fucking Ryan Garcia got a little tough. He quit like a bitch. Okay, he threw in the towel. He put up the white flag. I mean, come on! I don't know anything about how tough these fucking bitches are, man. Because they're too. You don't see them when you got elite level guys like these guys. They're usually not in tough fights until they fight each other. But they don't fight each other, so you don't know what they got. You know what I mean?
That's it. The great Don Chargan once told us, right? Don't get too high on a fighter until you see how well he can take a good shot from a world-class puncher. And Off the Ropes, thank you for joining us, sir. And, well, first of all, Ring Talk, thank you for joining us, sir. Hope you've been enjoying Gogue's breakdown. And also, my brother Off the Ropes Boxing and MMA, he says, Robisi versus Vanaldo. Lopez, we're going back and forth on Twitter. What about this matchup, Gogue? How does it play out?
Robisi against Vanaldo?
Yep.
Oh man, that Venado boy, he'll give anybody problems, man. You know, he's another guy that throws us combinations, coming from all different angles, and he can hit. Okay, this motherfucking Venado could hit. All right, and he's tough. He's smart. He's crafty, and he can hit. Oh yeah, that Venado man, he'll give anybody problems, man. You know that motherfucker. Yeah. They ought to drug test that motherfucker. I think he's on that shit. Anyway.
And I tell you what, Lopez Ring Talk says, Lopez my TQ. Oh, I tell you what, man. Guys, we're on limited time because Coach Gogue has company this week, or tonight. But last comment, let's see. Hold on. Tycho TV says, Coach is 100% correct about Ryan. He quit instantly and easily. Well, it's a damn shame. But, hey, once again, like Coach just said, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Obviously, Ryan just got going to the bank. That's all. So, Tycho TV reminds everyone, guys, hit the like button as you exit the program. But Ring TV says, or Ring Talk says, I think Stevenson would beat Haney by decision. Oh, boy. Talk about another. Well, Coach, what do you think?
I think they're all fantasy matchups because these motherfuckers are scared to fight each other. All these fucking bitches of this era. You know, I mean, that's what I'm so sick of this fucking sport. And I don't have a lot of interest because I'm used to where the best fought the best in their prime, their early 20s. And nowadays they marinate the fight forever. They overprice themselves so these fights don't get made. And you never see the best fighting the best, and that's the era we live in. You know what? If them guys had any balls, and guys like Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, Haney, and Lopez, if they had any balls, and if really wanted to make the fights to test each other, you know what I mean? There would have been some great fights. Then you would have seen what these young guys in this era would have done. But you can't say that because they never did. But back in the days, man, when I got in this shit, the best always fought the best, man. There was no question that they were gonna fight. It's when they were gonna fight, and there was no marination like this shit that goes on nowadays, man. It's fucking ridiculous, man. That's why it's really ruined boxing. You know what I mean? The best don't fight the best, and there's too much marination, and these motherfuckers overprice themselves, man. Fuck them. Fuck all these bitches nowadays, man. I'm not saying all of them. Most of them. Okay, there's still some real fighters out there. There's guys like Inoue, like Lomachenko, you know what I mean? But most of them could kiss my ass. And I don't got I don't if I when I go to the BC convention or one of these when they're all there and this and that, I fucking when I look at them, I like Jesus. But the all-time greats, like when I see Tommy Hearns or Duran or guys like that, Larry Holmes, I give them my respect. Okay, the motherfuckers fought everybody, anytime, anywhere. Guys like James Toney, anytime, anybody, anywhere. Now then I see these new fucking fighters nowadays, man. I fucking laugh at them. I laugh inside. I laugh like these phony bitch ass motherfuckers, man. These, you know what I mean? How can you compare yourself to these all? You're embarrassing the all-time greats like Larry Holmes, who fought anybody, he fought everybody, anybody, anytime, anywhere. Guys like Tony, Duran, Hearns, Chavez, Morales, Barrera, all them badass. Juan Manuel Marquez. When I go there, I see all them dudes, man. And Terry Norris, you name them, man. Then I see these fighters nowadays. I fucking laugh, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I do, Joe. I mean, it's like these motherfuckers, man. But there's a few fighters. There's a few fighters out there, like guys like Inoue. That's motherfucker's a fighter. Okay, a guy like Lomachenko, that motherfucker's a fighter. Okay, I like him. You know what I mean? And but there's a few out there I like, but most of them they act like businessmen. They overprice themselves, and they think they're divas and everything. So fuck you. I don't need to support your sorry ass. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, guys. Let me beat the mic, the coach real quick. But I tell you what would be really, really fun? Bruce, come up with for next week, please. come up with a mythical matchup that you would love to hear the coach break down. That from our YouTube historian. Yeah, come up with a mythical matchup that you would like to hear the coach break down for next week's episode. But we're gone over time. Coach wanted a tight 60. So yeah, please. Yeah, leave it in the comment section. And Coach will break it down next week. But guys, that's going to just about do it for this episode of, Gogue's Mythical Matchups. Coach Gogue, any parting shots for our listening audience, sir?
Shane Mosley, De La Hoya would beat all these 35-pounders. Shakir, because of his, very sophisticated style, that's hard, hard to get a clean shot off him on a consistent basis, would give any fighter and any era problems, okay? But the other fighters, guys like De La Hoya at lightweight, Shane Mosley at lightweight, they beat the shit out of all these fighters nowadays at 35, 40. They'll beat the shit out of them, okay? Guys like Tank Davis. Shane Mosley wouldn't have a problem with that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Who else? Ryan Teofimo. Shane wouldn't have a problem with none of these motherfuckers, especially with the rules nowadays where they get 40 hours to rehydrate and recoup and recover. Back then in the days it was only 24 hours, but now it's they extended the weigh-ins to the early morning hours where they give damn near 36, 40 hours to recover. Okay, that's a different. Try doing it 24 hours. Or back in the olden days, like Duran, when they had same day weigh-ins at 10 in the morning, you know what I mean? And you fought at 8 o'clock at night. You only had 8 to 9 hours to recover. These fucking bitches couldn't do, and they went 15 rounds. These bitches nowadays, they couldn't do that. They couldn't fight in the 80s eras when they had to go 15 rounds same day weigh-ins. But even when they were doing 24-hour recovery time weigh-ins, let me see them guys like Haney. Okay, his dad petitioned the Nevada Athletic Commission to have the weigh-in early so his son could recuperate. The fuck is that shit? You think he would have hung with Shane Mosley if the weigh-ins were at 7 o'clock at night like in the past? Okay, or a guy like De La Hoya where they had the weigh-ins in 24 hours before the fight? Fuck no, that wouldn't give him time to recover. He was what you call a phony lightweight champion. Okay, they circumvented the rules for that bitch so he can make lightweight. Okay, but if they had to go by the real rules, of 24-hour weigh-ins, he wouldn't have the time to recover. You know what I mean, Joe?
Yep.
Yeah. To me, I ain't taking it. He's got good athletic talent, sharp, quick, good footwork. Sharp counter puncher, very exceptional jab, good athletic ability, instincts and all that and everything. Oh wow. But hey man, hey, let's do it the right way. And let me see if his son was a real lightweight by having the rules, the 24-hour rule, okay? When the weigh-ins were like 7 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock at night, you weigh the fuck in, then you get you fight the next day. Yeah, they really fucking circumvented the rules for boxing, man, where it's unrecognizable now, man. That's why I said, man, any of them lightweights like Shane Mosley, De La Hoya, they wouldn't have no problem with these motherfuckers nowadays, man. Them guys were fighters, man. Hey, look, them guys were in tough fights. Them guys fought all the tough fights. Okay, they fought the best. Okay, when it was time to buckle down, they always bit down. Okay, when the fight got tough, they always bit down. Okay, sucked it up. Okay. You don't see that from fighters nowadays, man. I can't recall because they don't fight each other, Joe. Elites don't fight each other. So how the fuck okay, if they could bite down, if they could suck it up, you won't know until they fight each other. But that ain't gonna happen because they're too scared to fight each other, man. You know what I mean? They're too much businessmen nowadays instead of fighters. So that's why boxing is so fucked up and nobody gives a shit about it.
Well, I tell you what, not enough gold in Fort Knox apparently, but 2 comments before we go, Coach. Sid UK, once again, thank you for joining us, my friend. He says, Coach, stop saying they should kiss your ass because a lot of these guys are suspect, painting their nails, carrying their handbags. Yeah. And also my brother Anthony Manzano says, Coach, I'm not sure if you agree with this comparison for Emmanuel Navarrete, but when I see him fight, he reminds me a lot of Marcos Maidana and Esteban de Jesus. Your thoughts are on the comparison.
Esteban was Maidana was an awkward swarming puncher that threw punches from all angles. This Navarrete has more skill. Okay, he Maidana more rugged, more raw, more rugged. When he attacked you, okay, and just swarmed at you with looping overhand rights, uppercuts, not a lot of good technique, but he had heavy hands and he was tough. He was physical, okay? You don't need to throw your punches technically sound and beautiful like Sugar Ray Leonard when you can fight like McDonough, when you have that style, swarming type of style, awkward, okay? Punches coming from all angles. That's where him and Navarrete have in common. Their ability to throw punches coming from all angles with a lot of awkwardness that you never seen a lot. You don't see in fighters you face, okay? And that's why it gives you that discomfort level when you fight a guy like that, because it's unpredictable. You never see stuff like that because you don't have no familiarity, and you're going to be hit with punches coming from angles you don't see, like Adrian Broner when they fought, okay? he got what do you call it, humbled real quick when Madonna put that heat on him, man. And Madonna was hitting him with combinations he never seen before. Okay, and that's the same thing with Navarrete. He's going to be coming at Shakir and hitting him with that lead left uppercut from medium range or long range, because he's long and lanky, and he has the ability to do that, and he's unpredictable when he does that. He doesn't telegraph it. That's what I'm trying to say, Joe. He's not only is his attack awkward, unorthodox, and you're not familiar with it, but it's unpredictable. And Joe, you got a fighter like that that's awkward, unpredictable with his attack, and you can't get a gauge, or you can't time, get a gauge or feel for it, or you can't see those punches coming. It's gonna be tough for Shakir. It's gonna be tough for Shakir, man. But as far as De Jesus was a good boxer, counter puncher, and he had some awkwardness to him in his attack. He was unpredictable, and he was unpredictable in his counter puncher. He just gave you a lot of movement, athletic fighter, fast, sharp counter puncher, but he was awkward too in his attack, where he wasn't predictable, and you didn't see those punches come at you. When he fought Duran the first time, man, that lead hook he hit Duran with, put him on his ass. Okay, stuff like that. Duran never seen that before, and boom, he was on his ass. Yeah, just the awkwardness of the way he executed his attack, De Jesus. But he was athletic too. He was smart. He was intelligent. He had good footwork and everything. That's why he was Duran's biggest nemesis at 135. His style. There's always somebody's style that can give you problems, okay? There's always somebody out there that'll give you problems, okay? And at 135, Esteban de Jesus was Duran's biggest nemesis and everything. But you don't see that nowadays because these motherfuckers don't fight. You can't say, oh, man, Tank Davis is going to be Shakir's biggest nemesis, or Teofimo Lopez is the biggest nemesis for Tank Davis. What the fuck, these motherfuckers don't fight each other. Stupid, scared ass bitches. You know what I mean? You don't know.
So I tell you what, guys, scared ass bitches. I love it. I tell you what, Coach Gogue is spot on, guys, and you will never hear any of us debate or argue with Coach Gogue. He is the man. And guys, so I think we found the format moving forward for Coach Gogue's show every Sunday, because let's just face it, guys, he's not too thrilled about any of the fights coming up on the boxing calendar, right? So Coach Gogue, we're already way over time. Any parting shots for our listening audience, sir?
Nah, man, I'm sorry about this inconvenience. We'll get it fixed next week. Hey, Joe, it was unexpected, okay, and it got me out of rhythm. It's just like a fighter, he gets in a fight, all of a sudden, hey, you train for this, you prepare yourself for a fight, this type of style. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, man, the theater unexpected happens in boxing all the time, and you got to adapt, okay? And that's what we basically did tonight, I didn't expect this, but we adapted, and that's the same thing with the fighter, They go in a fight, all of a sudden, shit, they didn't expect this from their opponent. But as long as their defense is consistent, okay, and adapts to that offensive attack that they weren't prepared for, okay, then when they adapt to that offensive attack, they're not prepared for it. They're not getting hit with flush shots consistently. Then they're going to start taking control of the fight again, okay? That's what you see that in fights. You see these good defensive fighters, especially Ward, who have a problem early on, but as the fight goes on, okay, he adapts, okay? Like when he fought Kovalev, okay? He adapts to Kovalev's style, and he eventually shuts his offense down as the fight goes on, and he takes over. Yeah, that's a little, what do you call it? Analogy I got what we did tonight, man. But yeah. As far as these mythical matchups, yeah, Shane Mosley on the juice against any fighter is good for me. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hold on. Anthony, dude, look, it wasn't Joe Calzaghe, right? See if you can get.
How we doing, love? It's time for Gogue's mythical matchups. And no, I'm not making a comeback. Oh, you can't afford me, can you?
That was Ricky Hatton, brother.
The Hitman. One of the greatest body punchers. One of the greatest fighters with the best body punchers of all time I've ever seen. Oh, what a beautiful body puncher the Hitman was. And the angles he hit you with, okay? And the ferocity of his attack when he attacked you, and not only the body shots he hit you with, but the shifting of the angles he would use to throw those body shots to get maximum leverage. That coach he had, I can't remember his fucking name, did a good job. Did a very damn good job. The first coach he had pretty much through his whole Billy. I forgot his name, man. You guys from the UK know who he is. He's retired. He got the fuck out of this business. He made his money, and gave boxing a fuck you and got the fuck out. But he did an excellent he did an excellent job with the Hitman on developing his to me it was a very sophisticated body attack, and because of the angles the Hitman used, stepping at the angles to the right, stepping the angles to the left, and executing body punching. That's stuff I teach my guys now, man. Instead of just straight on like you see Mexican fighters, they execute a body attack like they're hitting a heavy bag. They just stand right in front of you. They don't hit you at angles like the Hitman. Duran was very good at that too. If you notice, if you got a good eye for boxing, Duran was very good at stepping at angles, hitting you with body shots. The Hitman was, he was a master at using angles in attacking the body. And Billy, God dang it, I seen his face, but I can't remember his name, Joe. You'll look it up, and but he did an excellent job of training the Hitman in his very sophisticated advanced style in attacking the body at angles. And when you attack your fighter at angles, not only do you get maximum leverage on your punches to the body, but you're not there to get hit. You're at an angle where he can't hit you back. Yeah. But anyway, the Hitman, Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, it was Graham, I guess.
Billy Graham?
Billy Graham. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Billy Graham. Yeah. Nice guy.
And there it is, guys. And thank you, Hypey. But that's going to just about do it, guys. On behalf of Coach Gogue, I'm Joseph Heron. You've been listening to War Week Radio. Have a great work week, everybody.
Advajan Holdings proudly presents Warwick Radio with 5-decade fight trainer, Coach James Gogue.